What if I told you that the woman who dressed some of the world's most powerful fashion icons never believed in following trends? At 72, Rossella Jardini moves through the world with a quiet confidence that makes heads turn. Not because she's chasing youth, but because she's mastered something far more valuable. She understands that true elegance isn't about age. It's about knowing exactly who you are and dressing that truth every single day. For decades, Rossella shaped the vision behind Moschino, turning playful rebellion into high fashion. But here's what's fascinating. Her personal style tells a completely different story. It whispers instead of shouts. It chooses quality over quantity. And at an age when society expects women to fade into the background, she's proving that our most stylish years might actually be ahead of us. So what does Rossella know that transforms getting dressed from a daily task into an act of self-respect? Stay with me, because we're about to unlock 7 style secrets that have nothing to do with your birth certificate and everything to do with how you see yourself. 1. The foundation of timeless style. Rossella Jardini built her career on creativity, yet her personal wardrobe follows one unwavering principle. Invest in pieces that honor who you are today, not who you were at 30, not who you think you should be, who you are right now, in this beautiful chapter of your life. She chooses fabrics that feel luxurious against the skin, cashmere that drapes with intention, silk that moves like water, wool that holds its shape through every season. These aren't just materials, they're daily reminders that you deserve quality. Notice how she gravitates toward classic silhouettes with subtle, unexpected details, a perfectly placed seam, an architectural collar, a hemline that falls exactly right. This is the secret. Timeless style begins when you stop apologizing for taking up space and start curating a wardrobe that reflects your worth. 2. The power of a refined color palette. Here's where Rossella's expertise truly shines. She understands that color is communication. Her wardrobe speaks in a sophisticated vocabulary of neutrals, rich creams, deep charcoals, soft taupes, and that perfect shade of black that makes everything else disappear except you. But she doesn't stop there. She punctuates these foundations with intentional moments of color, a rust-toned scarf, a forest green coat, an unexpected pop of burgundy. This isn't about playing it safe. It's about playing it smart. A refined palette makes getting dressed effortless because everything works together. It creates visual harmony that draws attention to your face, your smile, your energy. And here's the beautiful truth. When you simplify your colors, you amplify your presence. You're not competing with your clothes. You're collaborating with them. 3. Fit is everything, and everything is fit. Let me share something Rossella lives by. Nothing, absolutely nothing, undermines elegance faster than improper fit. At 72, she proves this daily. Her jackets skim her shoulders with precision. Her trousers break at exactly the right point. Her dresses honor her silhouette without clinging or drowning. This is where many women stumble, not because they choose the wrong pieces, but because they accept fit as something fixed rather than something fluid. Your body is different now than it was decades ago, and that's not a problem to hide. It's simply information to work with. Rossella embraces tailoring as a non-negotiable investment. That blazer from a quality brand? It becomes extraordinary when it's adjusted to your exact proportions. Remember this, off the rack is just a starting point. True elegance happens in the alterations. 4. The quiet luxury of simplicity. Rossella spent years in a world of fashion excess, yet her personal aesthetic celebrates restraint. She's mastered what I call elegant editing, the art of knowing when to stop. 1 beautiful ring instead of 5. A single strand of pearls rather than layered chaos. A structured handbag that needs no embellishment because the craftsmanship speaks for itself. This approach isn't about deprivation. It's about intention. When you remove visual noise, what remains has room to breathe, to be noticed, to matter. Think about it. Would you rather people remember your outfit or remember you? Rossella chooses herself every time. Her style frames her personality rather than overwhelming it. And here's the transformative part. When you embrace simplicity, getting dressed becomes faster, more enjoyable, and infinitely more confident. You're not hiding behind trends. You're revealing your truth. 5. Texture creates dimension without effort. Here's a secret that Rossella employs brilliantly. When your color palette is refined, texture becomes your most powerful tool. She layers smooth silk under nubby tweed. She pairs matte wool with subtle leather. She lets a cashmere knit rest against structured cotton. These contrasts create visual interest that's sophisticated, not busy. This matters especially now because texture adds dimension in a way that's forgiving and flattering. It catches light differently, creates movement, and gives the eye something beautiful to discover. You don't need bold patterns or dramatic prints to look interesting. You need thoughtful combinations that whisper rather than shout. Notice how a simple cream sweater transforms when you add a textured scarf or a leather belt. Rossella proves that elegance isn't about complexity. It's about layers of simple things done exceptionally well. 6. Grooming completes the picture. Let's talk about something Rossella never compromises: polished presentation. Her hair is always well maintained, not styled in a way that fights her age, but in a way that celebrates it. Her makeup enhances rather than masks. Her nails are neat, her shoes are pristine, her accessories are chosen with care. This isn't vanity, this is self-respect made visible. When you pay attention to these details, you're telling the world, and more importantly yourself, that you matter, that you're worth the time, that you haven't given up just because you've reached a certain birthday. Rossella's elegance comes from the complete picture. Yes, the clothes are beautiful, but they're worn by someone who clearly values herself. Start small if this feels overwhelming. One thing at a time. A good skincare routine. Regular haircuts that truly suit you. These aren't superficial choices. They're affirmations. 7. Confidence is the final accessory. Now we arrive at the truth that makes everything else work. Rossella Jardini wears her age with pride, and that changes everything. She doesn't dress apologetically. She doesn't try to disappear or compensate or prove she's still relevant. She simply shows up as exactly who she is, a woman with decades of experience, taste, wisdom, and style. This is the ingredient no amount of money can buy and no trend can provide: the decision to own your presence. When you walk into a room believing you belong there, people believe it too. When you choose clothes that make you feel powerful rather than clothes that promise to make you look younger, something shifts. You stop performing and start living. Rossella's greatest lesson isn't about hemlines or handbags. It's about the revolutionary act of refusing to diminish yourself just because society has outdated ideas about aging. Elegance never ages, because true elegance was never about youth to begin with.